The next speaker is Pharoan.
Good evening to all. Mr. Hayden, welcome. And I remember you as a county executive. Farewell to Mr. Ulfelder. I will miss Dr. Dance really. Romain too. Thank you all for your work. I really like to remind you to speak into the microphone. Be close all the time, including the law office back there. But also, I ask you to speak up. I ask you to speak up against overcrowding. Overcrowding in this school system reminds me of the schools I went to when I was very young. This is the United States. I ask you to speak up against unsafe transportation, unsafe buildings, buildings without air conditioners in this hot weather, almost 100 degrees. I ask you to speak up against inadequate staffing and teachers. And I ask you really to work on the issue of drugs in the school system and around it. It's really important. Against bullying, against teaching students the wrong things, so when they grow up, they do the wrong things when they are leaders or business executives. Also, as a physician, I need you to think about what we feed them in the cafeteria. Two enemies for all of us Americans are the sodium level and the calories. Sugar and sodium, two enemies. And in school system, they get used to it. When they grow up, they become diabetics, and they become hypertension, kidney failure, and so forth. I ask you to consider professional days to be virtual days. This is the United States of America. Teachers don't have to be there physically and the school's closed on professional days. It can be done virtually, and that would really free some 2 or 3 days in the school system. I also ask you to consider be clearer about the metrics by which the school system evaluate every problem. I really don't know all the metrics. I hear some of the ones in the school system that during discussions, but I think it needs to be more open, somehow more visible on the website. And metrics could be about the grades or about teacher evaluation or any other projects. And last but not least, I ask you for diversity. Teachers should not be Jews and Christians. You got to remember Muslims, you got to remember Hindus, Sikhs, and I think that diversity is lacking in our school system. It's very clear. Thank you.